this Italian Woodward Fish Hounds Guide Service. I think March 14th, yesterday evening, I went out and started actually first good little trip I've had for a couple of hours catching tree fish, crappie on cypress trees. And so last night it didn't get cold at all, and so the water temperature should be, I hadn't checked it yet, should be holding pretty steady as to what it was yesterday afternoon. So it's a little overcast day, not cold at all. It's about probably 63 degrees I think right now. I'm warming up throughout the day. So anyway, they in my area here close to my property, they just now started coming in on these trees. And so I'm gonna go hit them again this morning and see, hit some different areas, new trees, and see if I can, you know, do a little better this morning. I'm only gonna fish probably 3 or 4 hours and then call it quits. So but anyway, we're gonna see what we can do, and if I get on some good fish, then we'll turn the camera on. It's taking some time. That's the third one so far. I've been at it. I done fished a lot of trees, so I ain't on them as good this morning. It's pretty nice. Some nice fish there, though. That's a real nice, pretty fish. That's about as big as I've caught in the last couple of days. Nice fish there. These good, clean trees here. I wish they were all this easy. And there are some areas that you can find that that's got nice high-limbed trees. Typically in a popular area though, especially on a Saturday like this, they're going to get fished pretty heavy. So you got to do one of two things: be the first one there in the morning after you get a new flow of fish in that night, or or get back in some of the harder to fish stuff. A lot of people just gonna go along and fish these easy trees, and that's good, but you got to be the first one there to catch the majority of the fish, and after that you just kind of got to crawl up in the trees. But in this area I'm in right now, there's very few nice clean trees like these right here to choose from, so you got to take what you can get back in here, and most of them you got to work for and get back up in there. Another one right there. Two off these two trees side by side right here. A lot deeper trees too, so definitely telling me I've been fishing a lot of foot and a half trees. It's just because I'm not finding many 2 and 3 foot trees, but that's pretty well saying what the pattern is. They're definitely on these little bit deeper trees. Yeah, these trees here are about 2.5, 3 foot deep, between 2.5 and 3 foot. And there's a tree on both of them. I mean, fish on both of them. So that's what I need to be looking for. Bass. Got black all over his tail and all them black spots on up on the top of his back. And that's something. A pretty little fish though, isn't he? Yeah, he was laying right on the base of that cypress tree. Small one. These are a little bit deeper trees right here, so that's what I've been looking for. I'm hoping the depth holds up through this. What it is here is kind of a little island spot out in the middle here, and it seems to be the first few trees in it seem to are definitely a little deeper trees, about 2 foot. So there's a bass and one crappie right off the bat. So it's definitely showing true that if I can stay with these deeper trees, they're definitely holding more fish. You know, we catch them all the time in a foot of water, but they're just not on them right now. They're not on them shallow trees. I think we need a little more water temperature before they get there. Small ones in here, but they're in here. Little small black male. Oh my goodness, I just broke my pole. Well, it's been a good one. This is one of them B&M double touch duck commanders. I bet I've had this pole for, man, I don't know, at least 6 years probably, and have caught numerous fish on it. But that's going to be its last one. So I've certainly got my money's worth out of that pole, but oh man, that was my favorite pole in the whole world. I've caught so many fish on it, I can't even count. But yeah, he was sitting right on that tree. I got a little thump on him there when I first got in there, and then I got hung up in a tree, so I tried to be real easy and quiet, get in there and get unhung, and then kept fishing the whole circumference of that tree and got him on the back side, and just put too much bend in the tip of that pole. It wasn't the pole, it was me mistreating it a little bit, I guess. But pretty little male fish. So anyway, now I'm got to go to my old well cheapo I got. I didn't bring but one of my good poles. But man, golly, that makes me sick there. Anyway, yeah, them old, if you've never tried them double touch duck commanders, or a B&M brand, but there's some of the old Duck Boys signature on it. But anyway, that's a 10-footer, and it's got that little double touch sensitivity thing right there. Good pose. Don't let this one break you. Keep you from trying them, because I've had a number of them, and some of the best pose, and most I can feel bites on these more than any pole I've ever had. So I'm gonna go ahead and change. Put another jig on here. I'm getting some good hits on them little all flash jigs. I tried this. This is one of my favorite pink head with a blue ice for brush pile and stuff fishing, but I wasn't getting any hits on it yesterday, and this little flash jig was working good. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay with one of them. I think what I may try, I got a little blue flash. My wife made this one too. It's all flash, and I got a blue head. Pretty little jig there. A lot of flash and sparkle, so that ought to get their attention. I'm gonna try it for a bit. Same thing, got a little sickle hook on it. Yeah, you always want to bring an extra pole, because you never know when you're going to break one, and you're catching fish like this, you'd hate to have to end your whole trip. So of course most people keep an extra pole with them, but I only brought one of my good duck commander poles, so see what we can do with it. I got a Lew's, I think. No, it's a Lew's Wally Marshall speed stick. Pretty good pole. A little more flimsy than I like for this tree fishing, but it'll catch them. Little small male white crappie. I'm not going to keep any of these. I'm just going to keep them until I'm done so I can see my count. There's a good one right there. That's the best one of the morning, I think. Nice fish. Nice fish. Beautiful fish. bass. It's 2 bass this morning. Usually when you get a bass on a tree, you might as well forget the crappie, because they'll keep them crappie run away from it. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find some fresh trees. I don't know how many we got so far, probably 8 or 10 again. Yeah, but what you got to pay attention to as you're fishing, what I'm always watching for, is my next bunch of trees were just over here in a big pocket, and I noticed a guy, as I was paying attention, he was working that bank, and he worked all the way up here close to me. And so if I wouldn't have been paying attention to that, I would have went on over there and fished that whole run of trees, and it'd take me probably an hour or better, and I would have just been wasting my time because it just got fished. So it's always good to pay attention and watch for other crappie fishermen, see where they've hit or where they're hitting, and that way you don't waste any time with it. So but so far I've got probably 10 or so in there. It's been a bit slow. I feel like some of these trees back behind me on this far bank probably got hit before I got here. It was some of the prettiest trees in the perfect depth that I've hit this morning, and I didn't pick up a fish through there. So I'm almost positive somebody came and worked that. It was a bunch of easy trees, no limbs down low, just easy fishing. So a lot of guys, that's what they'll do, and that's fine. They'll go around and hit these real easy trees, and once they fish them, they'll jump up and run and go to some more easy trees they know about. And so when you start getting into that, then that's when you do have to start getting back into some of this crap and getting to some of that little harder, more difficult trees to fish, because a lot of people just aren't going to put the effort into doing that. And so, but anyway, we're gonna go see if we can find a few more, and a few more good trees, and pick up a few more before we're done. A little small crappie there. Boy, they're in these treetops, these laydowns. I done caught 2 out of a tree just laying off the bank. Big, huge white crappie right there. That's a monster, boys. Oh, that's a monster. I mean, a big old pretty white crappie, big female. Pretty girl right there. Look at that. That's a 2-pounder. Big 2-pounder right there. Beautiful fish. I didn't hear on this. I hadn't been having any luck for a bit here fishing the trees. I didn't kind of hit a dead end there. Moved a couple, 2 or 3 different spots, but I was just about ready to give it up. I probably still am. I mean, that's a good way to finish it off right there. It's a beautiful fish. Look at that. What I've got right here is a big old, it's an old oak. Fell down here. It's been here a while. I've fished it before, and I'm just reaching in here fishing around the limbs off this big oak tree, and she was in there. Beautiful fish. I'm gonna put her back over by my boathouse. I want to get a picture with her. Look at that pretty girl there. Man, she thumped that jig too. Big old white crappie. Love that. Anyway, folks, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I got a trip in the morning to get ready for, so we're going sand bass fishing in the morning on Sabine River. So I gotta go get some poles rigged up for that. But I probably got, I don't know, 15 fish in here. Hadn't killed them, but I've earned every one of them. It's been pretty tough. I've started out pretty good this morning, and kind of like to say that the bite's off, but typically on spawning fish, if you put it around that tree that they're guarding, they're going to hit it. Whether they're actually male fish or on the eggs, don't really eat much. Basically, all they're doing is just trying to get it off their nest. So anyway, it's really not the bite. It's just I think this pocket here I'm in now has actually been fished, and today it's a pretty popular spot. But anyway, also it's the water temperature in here. I'm almost 70. The other pockets I've been doing better in yesterday and this morning were around 71. So they just hadn't got in here that great yet. They're just now moving in, starting to get on these trees. A few more days, it's gonna be on. So anyway, still fishing the same thing. One of these little chartreuse jigs, just dipping it in around these trees. You don't have to let it sit there and soak on them long. Once you work the whole 4 sides of the tree, if you hadn't got a bite, you move on. So, but anyway, it's been a good time, and I appreciate you watching my videos, and I hope I'm helping you a little bit. If you got any questions or any ideas for me, please feel free to comment and let me know what your thoughts are. But I appreciate you watching, and if you would, reach down there and hit subscribe on my channel, and I'm gonna be bringing a lot more videos. So I appreciate your time.